boys. You guys ready to see who got the longest bush?
Yeah, I got this. Let's go.
All right, boys. Let's go.
All right, boys, ready? 3,
2, 1,
bush!
This is a Fox News alert. Yes, he did try to kill the president, Lisa Brady. That decision from a federal jury in Florida, convicting Ryan Ruth on all counts over the Trump golf course assassination attempt last September.
It took the jury about 2 hours to reach its decision. After that, U.S. Marshals had to react when Ruth attempted to stab himself with a pen. He was restrained and prevented from harming himself. There was also an emotional outburst from the defendant's daughter, who ran out of the courthouse yelling, "Leave me alone." U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi called the verdict a strike against political violence.
Fox's Gernal Scott, Ruth's daughter, calls the trial rigged. Ruth represented himself and argued there was no intent to kill. President Trump calls the verdict justice served.
I'm very appreciative of the justice that was given and the way it was handled by Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche and everybody that it's been, and their team of people. It was really well handled.
The president spending the day at the United Nations, where earlier he called uncontrolled migration and green energy policies a double-tailed monster, warning Europe of ruin if it doesn't turn away. He also met with Ukraine's president, later posting Ukraine could win back all territory from Russia with support from Europe. 1 week from tonight, there might be a government shutdown if Democrats and Republicans can't agree on a short-term spending plan. The president calling off a planned meeting Thursday with the House and Senate minority leaders.
President Trump declared that Democratic demands were, quote, ridiculous. He accused Democrats of wanting to, quote, force taxpayers to fund transgender surgery for minors. Republicans find it ironic that Democrats argued against shutdowns for years, but now some Democrats believe that shutting down is a better option.
Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries says his caucus will meet Monday. America is listening to Fox News.
It's Will Kane Country. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday at foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss the show. Listen and follow the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
The Secret Service disrupting a telecom plot that could have caused a communications blackout in New York City, including 911 calls and cell towers, as world leaders are gathered at the UN. What began with threats against U.S. officials earlier this year, leading to the dismantling of a hidden telecom network.
Agents launching sweeping raids at locations just 35 minutes away from the UN headquarters and finding hundreds of servers and more than 100,000 SIM cards, tools capable of blocking EMS or police from responding to emergencies. Fox's CB Cotton, the network could also have blasted out millions of encrypted anonymous text messages, enough to reach the whole nation in 12 minutes. The Secret Service says known cartels, terrorist groups, and criminal organizations were using the hidden network. No word of any arrests. Days after being suspended over comments about the Charlie Kirk assassination, Jimmy Kimmel's late night show returns tonight. But ABC's largest affiliate station owners, Sinclair and Nexstar, say they will not air the show.
It is not clear whether Kimmel will apologize tonight, but Sinclair is demanding Kimmel issue a direct apology to the Kirk family and to make a meaningful personal donation to the family and Turning Point USA.
Fox's Brian Yennis. Nexstar says it will continue preempting the show pending assurance that all parties are, quote, committed to fostering an environment of constructive dialogue in the markets we serve. Robot umpires are coming to Major League Baseball. An MLB committee approving use of the automated ball strike system for the 2026 season, but only as part of challenging calls with a limit of 2 per game. The challenge system has been tested in minor leagues for several years, and this year during exhibition games. A retreat from record highs on Wall Street, the Dow dropping about 88 points, the S&P down 36, the NASDAQ tumbling 215. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
It's the Will Kane Show. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday on foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss a show. Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. Fox Sports Update.
Lions head coach Dan Campbell does not back down. With just under 2 minutes remaining, the Lions up on the Ravens by 7, and Detroit near midfield. Campbell elected to go for it on 4th and 2.
Goff keeps, floats, Amon-Ra, perfect throw and catch. Unreal.
Sound courtesy of ESPN as Jared Goff connected with Amon-Ra St. Brown for 20 yards. On the next play from scrimmage, running back David Montgomery called game.
Now Montgomery, he's going to break. David Montgomery is in for the touchdown.
The Lions moved to 2-1 on the season with a 38-30 victory on Monday Night Football, while Baltimore dropped to 1-2. Montgomery finished the night with 151 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, while the Detroit defense sacked Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson 7 times. In other NFL news, 49ers star defensive end Nick Bosa will undergo season-ending surgery after suffering a torn ACL in Sunday's win over the Cardinals, head coach Kyle Shanahan confirmed on Monday. Bosa, a 5-time Pro Bowler, had 2 sacks and 8 quarterback pressures in the first 2 games of the season. In college hoops, Bruce Pearl is stepping away after 11 seasons as head coach of the Auburn Tigers.
I've been a part of college basketball for almost 50 years. And the truth is, it's time.
That was courtesy of Auburn Athletics. Pearl will move into an ambassador's role as special assistant to Auburn's athletic director, while his son, Steven, takes over as head coach. The news comes less than 6 months after Pearl led Auburn to the Final Four for the second time. Pearl is the winningest coach in Auburn men's basketball history and led the Tigers to the NCAA tournament on 6 different occasions. And you can download the Fox Sports Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com. It's It's Will Kane Country. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday at foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss the show. Listen and follow the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. The rhythm and soul in so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on to feel the soulful flow. Look right on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight we face. Subside, meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Good morning, Marianas. Hey, it is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. 7:45 in the morning on September 24th. It is Wednesday here in the Marianas, and we have a great show lined up for you today. We have the big hit is going to be with us in studio today. Calvin Fitio. Holy cow, he's going to be coming on with us later today. He has a big main event fight that's coming up, and it's going to be big. Not kidding. It's going to be something. But before we get to that, we're going to tell you a little bit about what's going on here in the Marianas. I know we got a call coming in right now. I can't take it just yet. We can't take your call yet. We got to get through this first, Joseph. But because we're also going to have Landon on from the National Weather Service here in just a little bit. So first, though, let's get you started off with a little bit about what's going on out here in the Marianas. Landon is standing by, ready to go. So let's get him on the line with us because we want to know what's happening with all of our weather. We got so much to talk about. I'm telling you, we haven't even got to traffic. We haven't got into any of that other stuff because we are getting our man, the myth, the legend, Landon Adley, ready for us right now. Hold on. There we go. Oh, I can see him now. I can see clearly now the rain has come, or the rain is gone. Landon, what is that? What am I missing on that one?
Yeah, I don't know the lyrics very well. I'm a musician, but I'm miserable when it comes to lyrics, artists, titles, all that good stuff.
That's great. Well, this is a different backdrop. I see empty cages, so you let the captives out. You got a cat in another cage. You got your storm shutters closed, so who knows what's going on out there weather-wise. I'm guessing cat toys. That looks like cat toys by your Krispy Kreme hat. I'm observant.
It's like utter chaos in my house right now. I'm actually on leave, but I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning on phone calls and discussions with work and weather and other stuff. And so I'm trying to do as much from home before I go to the shopping center in about another hour or so. Then I've got more teleconferences, more calls, and all the while I'll be building. So we're going to lay the foundation. We started the foundation last night, and we're going to finish the foundation today. And hopefully start building by around noon. So we're going to have the fire and safety folks over there to do their fire inspection, just make sure we have a good perimeter and it's doesn't block any kind of egress actions for the shoppers. If something were to happen, it is National Preparedness Month. So we always want to be prepared for disasters in any shape or form.
Is it possible you could just build another fire escape?
You know, we could do that. That's on our to-do list. But first, we're going to try to approach the possibility of getting plumbing and electrical in our Lincoln Log towers, but we're probably a couple decades away from succeeding at that.
One of the things that you are succeeding with is getting better bandwidth at the house than you are at your office. It's such a clear picture right now.
Yeah, my house is in pretty good shape. I've got several Wi-Fi amplifiers, whatever you call that stuff. I've got them deployed around the house so it expands the Wi-Fi signal. If you're watching us on U.S. National Weather Service Guam Facebook yesterday, we're trying to do an impromptu Facebook Live from my brother's office, Brandon's office. And I said, the signal is going to be miserable in here, right? He's like, well, we'll give it a try. It did not work. We had to cancel the live broadcast and move to another workstation in the operations floor, and it was a little bit better. It was still a struggle, but it worked.
Well, I didn't see it, but I bet it was fantastic.
Yeah, it went pretty well, and if you did miss it, let me turn my camera around to show you what I'm looking at. That is this tropical disturbance here, what is now Tropical Depression 26W. And so that was an Invest Area 92W. It was labeled as a tropical cyclone formation alert just as it was passing north of Yap yesterday, and Yap is right there. So it passed just north of Yap.
Wow.
It's moving pretty due west. And so this is going to be another Philippines event, and that's the last thing they need. They take multiple hits a year. They just went through this super typhoon Regasa, where you can see the outer bands of that super typhoon now pulling away on a track toward Macau and Hong Kong and southern China. So if you're having travel plans to Hong Kong and Macau, do check your flights because they may be in jeopardy for the next couple days as it makes its approach. But this one, Tropical Depression 26W, that may become a tropical storm later today. Is it a threat to the CNMI? Absolutely not. Saipan, Tinian, and Road are way over here. We're in that patch of clear weather, dry weather. A lot of this moisture, the showers and thunderstorms are starting to consolidate around that developing tropical depression. So we're going to be in a drier pattern with just some spotty showers, but probably more sun than showers. This is going to track westward toward areas like central Philippines, probably passing just north of Cebu, Bohol, and passing maybe closer to Tagaytay and just south of Manila in the coming days. So if you're going to be traveling to the Philippines, check weather forecasting conditions very closely because flights may be altered, canceled, or delayed in the coming days, especially as they deal with a major rain event. I don't think there's going to be so much of a wind event. Looks like the intensities are going to keep it right about a minimal typhoon. So this will not be another Haiyan, for example, for Tacloban, but it will be probably a catastrophic rain event for many areas that just don't want that type of rainfall. And so the current forecast track does take it just northwest of Palau now. It's going to become a tropical storm very soon, possibly a low-end Category 1 typhoon as it makes its approach to the Philippines. And then it's going to take a little bit of a weakening trend and then probably intensify again into a typhoon in the South China Sea. But no tropical cyclone threats for us in the CNMI. We're in pretty good shape, at least for the next several days, with this patch of drier weather for the next several days. So enjoy the sun, enjoy the warmer days, a light trade wind breeze, but nothing much to speak of otherwise.
Well, that is welcome. We got a little bit of a sprinkle this morning for sure. And, this has been a really interesting week. I mean, I saw the most ominous looking sky to our south when I was coming in the other day. I think it was Monday. I mean, it was like there was the clouds, and above the clouds was this strip of deep red. And I'm like, holy smokes. And I was trying to remember, was it like red sky in morning, sailor take warning or something? Whatever that.
I never can remember that. I'm horrible at lyrics and poems too.
Yeah, beer before liquor. It's all the same thing. Like I'm not sure which is which, but I saw that and I'm like, well, they came up with that for some reason, so it must not be good. And
yeah, and we'll definitely have those colorful skies, especially when there's a lot of convective activity, and those are like those deep vertically stacked showers and thunderstorms. We have that very deep convection. And so these clouds are getting upwards of 50 to 60,000 feet up into the atmosphere. And once they start to spread out along the stratosphere, you get some beautiful cloud colors. And so that can happen day or night for us in this region. And so the important thing is, despite the poems and the lyrics, always pay attention to the local weather forecast, and we'll let you know if there's anything significant on the horizon for us.
I love it. So now you're already starting to build. You're getting things going. Oh, yeah. Caleb just says, hey, where are we getting this microwave heat from?
Microwave heat. Oh, welcome to the tropics. And I was just talking to the Guam Power Authority this morning. I said, how are you doing at the Ukadu power plant? That's a brand new power plant here on Guam. And so they had some problems in the last couple of weeks. And so they weren't able to generate additional power when the PD power plant starts to struggle with the load requests, the load requirements with the heat. I said it's going to be a little bit warmer these next couple of days because we're going to have fewer clouds, fewer showers, and so that sun's going to be down, and so it's going to be humid. It's going to be warm. The winds aren't going to be all that much, but it might be just enough to keep any kind of island shower development offshore. So it's going to be warmer, and so the afternoon, evening hours when the power base load is the highest around the islands, that might be ones they have some problems. But the power plant sounds like it's doing nominal, so they can generate additional power capacity in case people start needing more power for the ACs. So be ready for some heat and humidity, especially with the more abundant sunshine.
Yeah, well, we definitely have been getting it, and it was warm and rainy 2 weeks ago. It was a little bit cooler and rainy last week, and now we've got a little bit of everything. And but at least it's nothing big.
Yeah, and usually when we have these cooler days with the abundant showers, and keep in mind, September this year has been starkly drier than what we were a year ago. We had upwards of 2 feet of rain for the month of September just last year.
Wow.
This year at Guam, we're still under a foot. So it's felt pretty wet. I know a lot of people have commented to me that what's up with all the rain? But comparatively speaking, it's been much drier this year. But we have the abundant clouds and the showers in the vicinity, and that does keep us cool. So when we have those breaks in the clouds and the showers and that sun comes out, it's going to feel perception-wise much, much warmer and humid.
Well, I definitely felt that perception, no doubt about it. And not complaining. Thankfully, we also have this wonderful thing called air conditioning that happens to work pretty well. You got to love it. Caleb says, hey, it was not like this in the 80s. Hey, Caleb, I think that means you're old. But also, just kidding. I just wasn't here in the 80s. I was alive, though. I mean, I was living it.
Yeah, I've been talking to some of our climate folks in the region, and there are some noticeable trends that the temperatures have been creeping up ever so steadily. Mm-hmm. And that's with the ambient water surrounding the islands. They have been a little bit warmer than what has been historical over previous decades. And so every little 1 degree of temperature increase on average of the waters eliminates some of that cooling that happens overnight. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people have said that, yeah, we should keep the windows open overnight, the breeze would blow through, and it kept us cool. But those cooler nights are becoming fewer and not as cool as they used to be just 2 or 3 decades ago. So there is a noticeable trend. It's not much, but it's very little. And so when those nighttime temperatures don't drop down quite as low as they used to a decade, 2 decades ago, it makes a big difference, especially if you don't have AC in your house.
Yeah, well, the good news is you can always move up higher on the mountain. It definitely cools off. I love it. I can definitely feel it. However, man, I'll tell you, when that's
big difference
is in the mornings, it is, and in the evenings, you can really tell quite a bit. And
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
I'm a mountain person now. I am converted.
Alpine Brad.
Yukon Cornelius here in Saipan. This is great. Hey, at least we got to get the name of that cat that's in the cage back there.
Yeah, that's actually, I got them all 3 in the cage back there while I'm broadcasting. Otherwise, they're running around going crazy. So it's Luther, Easter, and Sunday. And of course, how do I name them? Well, I named them. Let me turn my camera around real quick.
Does it have anything to do with Luther
named them.
Vandross?
This is Easter because he came to me on Easter weekend. That's Luther. She's her full name is Martin Luther because she came on Martin Luther holiday. So I named them after the holiday or the time of year that I find them. This is Sunday because she came to me on Easter Sunday, but Easter was first. So it's Easter, Sunday, and Luther.
Nice. The Weather Cats.
And then I have Lincoln outside. He's one of the stray dogs I've rescued. He's Lincoln because he came to me right before one of our Lincoln log projects a couple years ago. So that's how I remember their names and signal about the time that they came to my house. So once we get off here, that door's going to open and they're going to go crazy all over this house. So yeah, it's going to be a madhouse.
See, I was hoping you were going to go, well, here's Easter. She's doing 2 to 4 on a petty larceny. And we got Luther over here. He's doing hard time. They're all locked up in there. It's the Shawcat redemption. And
yeah, I'll take them on occasion to my office and let them shut my door to the office and just let them go in the office as long as they're not chewing wires on my computer in the workstation. But yeah, they love coming to work with me.
That's awesome. All right, so you're back at it. People can come down and watch you guys set up over at the Gagnon Shopping Center today?
Yeah, so we're going to be heading over there very shortly. I've got several more phone calls and interview and other media to talk about the depression coming up in the next several hours. But we will be at the shopping center at 9:30 this morning. We're going to start laying out the foundation. We have our fire and safety inspection right between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. And then once we get the foundation set, we're going to start building up. And so we're going to have a very aggressive goal. Usually our first day is the slowest because we have very few people on hand to support on the first day, and then it starts becoming a crowd in the following days. Historically, we get about 2 to 4 inches of construction on the tower. And so my goal is to get 2 to 2.5 feet today because I want to have the first 6.5 feet done by Friday night. So when we have the National Preparedness Month outreach event on Saturday, we'll be doing that key element called the link, that horizontal piece that connects the 2 towers. So we need to be at 6.5 feet by Saturday morning, and then we'll start building the link, and we're going to do that all day Saturday. So Saturday will just be that one complicated technical piece, the balancing act called the link. And so it's going to be a very aggressive schedule. I think we can do it. We've been preempting and pre-blocking and stuff the last several days, and hopefully time is on our side and weather cooperates.
Hey, I know you're trying to get out here pretty quick. Just real quick, while you're laying this stuff out at the very beginning stages, I imagine, those things can slide around a little bit easier. And this is the first time that you're trying to link 2 buildings together. So what's your plan to try and get them? Because I imagine once you get to a certain height, moving them a little bit is going to be more difficult.
Yeah, so what we did yesterday, we put the very base layer on the floor of the foundation. And so when we build these towers, what I want to do is put that base layer foundation, and then we put 3 or 4 or 5 layers of blocks on top of it just to make it one cohesive chunk. So if I move one section, the whole entire structure should move by itself before it gets too heavy. Right now, I've got the entire footprint of the tower laid out as one big chunk with the link included. Once we get it all blocked together this morning, we're going to probably pull apart the footprint of the link, and then we'll have 2 separate chunks.
Got it.
And so the goal is, like I said, that the 2 towers talk to each other. And by talking to each other, I mean that once we build it up and get that balancing piece together, that everything notches and sync together because they have to then connect 6.5 feet up. So once we get the foundation done and it looks in good order, we're going to pull up the foundation that doesn't belong and hope for the best.
And you had 2 scissor lifts last year. You got the same thing this year?
We will have just the one this year. I think that should be able to help us okay because we're going to have one tower at 16 feet. So that would be the quick and easy one. And then we'll have the larger tower. So I think we'll be able to do just fine with just the one lift and some 10 and 12 foot ladders.
Well, it just seems like there's so much that has to go on at the same time with the link in there.
That's going to be complicated. And like I said, we've never done anything like this before. So it's going to be a lot of guesswork.
Yeah.
It'll be a balancing act for sure, but we're going to have fun doing it. And so far, I've only had 2 nightmares. I had my second nightmare last night about the tower collapsing, and it's usually more by now.
It's going to work. It's going to be great, and we're looking forward to seeing it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be exciting, and I look forward to having you over here, and we're going to have you put some blocks on when you come down.
Yes, that's going to be awesome. All right. Well, we're going to let you go. We're going to run and do commercials. We got, I don't know if you follow any of the MMA stuff, but we got one of our local champs in here, Kelvin Fithiel. He's going to be walking in the door. That. Yeah, he's actually walking in right now. We're going to take commercial before we get him on, but it's going to be a lot pretty exciting in here.
Excellent. Well, have fun and try not to take too much of a beating.
Yeah, that's a plan. That is a plan every single time. All right. Hey, Landon, thanks so much for being on here with us today.
See you soon, Brad.
All right, take care. We'll see you next week. All right, that's Landon Alick from the National Weather Service over there in Guam. He is the meteorologist who gives us the updates every single week. And when the big storms come, he gets on there a lot more often. All right, hey, we're going to take a big, quick break because we have a big hit coming on here in just a little bit. We'll be right back.
All right, boys, you guys ready to see who got the longest bush?
Yeah, I got this. Let's go.
All right, boys, let's go.
All right, boys, ready? 3,
2, 1,
bush!
This is a Fox News alert. Yes, he did try to kill the president. I'm Lisa Brady. That decision from a federal jury in Florida convicting Ryan Ruth on all counts over the Trump golf course assassination attempt last September.
It took the jury about 2 hours to reach its decision. After that, U.S. Marshals had to react when Ruth attempted to stab himself with a pen. He was restrained and prevented from harming himself. There was also an emotional outburst from the defendant's daughter, who ran out of the courthouse yelling, "Leave me alone." U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi called the verdict a strike against political violence.
Fox's Gernal Scott, Ruth's daughter, calls the trial rigged. Ruth represented himself and argued there was no intent to kill. President Trump calls the verdict justice served.
I'm very appreciative of the justice that was given and the way it was handled by Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche and everybody that it's been, and their team of people. It was really well handled.
The president spending the day at the United Nations, where earlier he called uncontrolled migration and green energy policies a double-tailed monster, warning Europe of ruin if it doesn't turn away. He also met with Ukraine's president later later posting Ukraine could win back all territory from Russia with support from Europe. 1 week from tonight, there might be a government shutdown if Democrats and Republicans can't agree on a short-term spending plan. The president calling off a planned meeting Thursday with the House and Senate minority leaders.
President Trump declared that Democratic demands were, quote, ridiculous. He accused Democrats of wanting to, quote, force taxpayers to fund transgender surgery for minors. Republicans find it ironic that Democrats argued against shutdowns for years, but now some Democrats believe that shutting down is a better option.
Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries says his caucus will meet Monday. America is listening to Fox News.
It's Will Kane Country. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday at foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss the show. Listen and follow the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
The Secret Service disrupting a telecom plot that could have caused a communications blackout in New York City, including 911 calls and cell towers, as world leaders are gathered at the UN. What began with threats against U.S. officials earlier this year, leading to the dismantling of a hidden telecom network.
Agents launching sweeping raids at locations just 35 minutes away from the UN headquarters and finding hundreds of servers and more than 100,000 SIM cards, tools capable of blocking EMS or police from responding to emergencies.
Fox's CB Cotton, the network could also have blasted out millions of encrypted anonymous text messages, enough to reach the whole nation in 12 minutes. The Secret Service says known cartels, terrorist groups, and criminal organizations were using the hidden network. No word of any arrests. Days after being suspended over comments about the Charlie Kirk assassination, Jimmy Kimmel's late night show returns tonight. But ABC's largest affiliate station owners, Sinclair and Nexstar, say they will not air the show.
It is not clear whether Kimmel will apologize tonight, but Sinclair is demanding Kimmel issue a direct apology to the Kirk family and to make a meaningful personal donation to the family and Turning Point USA.
Fox's Brian Yennis. Nexstar says it will continue preempting the show pending assurance that all parties are, quote, committed to fostering an environment of constructive dialogue in the markets we serve. Robot umpires are coming to Major League Baseball. An MLB committee approving use of the automated ball strike system for the 2026 season, but only as part of challenging calls with a limit of 2 per game. The challenge system has been tested in minor leagues for several years, and this year during exhibition games. A retreat from record highs on Wall Street, the Dow dropping about 88 points, the S&P down 36, the NASDAQ tumbling 215. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
It's the Will Kane Show. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday on foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss a show. Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at NMICrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Yeah. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun. emotions call. Rap brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, those kind of weird. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of the year. Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. With laughter and stories, come what may.
All right, welcome back, Marianas. Boy, do we have a treat for you. We are not messing around. It is 8:13 in the morning, and we've had a bit of an interesting show so far, but now we're going to take it to the whole new level, because with us today, we have the man, the myth, the legend. You've heard about him, you've seen him, and now you get to see him in our studio. That's him right there. That is Kelvin, the big hit Fitio, who is in here with us. Kelvin, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you for inviting me to the show.
Man, it is great to have you, and I'm so glad. I haven't seen you in a while, man. I know that you've been off island for a little bit, training and everything, right?
Yes, I was down in Cali. I was training, been fighting California, Australia, New Zealand, and it's all MMA. And then one day they just called me and they said, you want to do a bare knuckle? And I was like, that was like my last in my bucket list. But I said, okay, all right, let's try it out. And I did. My first fight, won, and they're calling me for more.
Man, all right, so MMA and bare knuckle, not the same thing. There's different rules of what you're allowed to do and everything. How does that work?
MMA is a lot. You can do ground, kicks, punches, but bare knuckle is just straight up mano to mano.
Man, there's no kick. You can do anything?
No, bare knuckle is just punch. It's just mano to mano.
So you gave me this link to this fight, and this is your last fight with this bare knuckle stuff. And this, what do you like better, first of all? Do you like ended up, I don't know, just like hitting people with your knuckles as opposed to doing the regular traditional MMA stuff?
The mano to mano, it's a pretty fair game. If you're injured and you say stop, they'll stop the fight right away. You don't need
really?
to. Yeah.
That sounds, I like that better already. I'm not a big fan of when the guys get knocked down and you have to hit them because you never know if they're going to come back, right? We've got it on the screen right now. People can see this is your last fight?
My last fight, yeah.
So there is still a little bit, like I can see how like he was kind of wrapping up a little bit there on you. So you can still grab somebody a little bit, right?
No, you cannot really grab. So the ref will talk to him and tell him stop grabbing. I think he was tired, so he keep grabbing me.
All right. Well, you're rocking that beard action in that fight for sure. Like you were in your second fight with the ref over who had the better beard. I think you won over on that one. But so, who's the guy you're fighting in this one?
I was fighting Brendan Cash from California.
A pretty tough guy?
Pretty tough guy in California, from Fresno. And he's a well-known fighter. And then he did some of the MMA. This is his first bare knuckle too. So.
No kidding. Well, I mean, these are two big dudes out there in the ring going at it. When you were doing MMA, you weren't wearing any footwear, right? You were doing all barefoot stuff.
Yes.
Is it different when you're in there wearing these kind of shoes and all that?
It's not really different. It's a really protective gear with shoes on, and it's like kind of boxing. So this bare knuckle thing is kind of boxing, but without no gloves.
They still tape up your wrists pretty good though.
Yeah, you tape your wrists and make sure that you don't injure your wrist.
Man, when I'm watching this, you've gotten punched a lot and you've given a lot of punches. So difference between those MMA gloves, there's a little bit of padding on them, right?
Yes.
Is it less impact on your hands, or what's the difference when you're trading blows with this versus those kind of MMA style gloves?
there's there's a really good difference between MMA gloves and no gloves at all. So if you punch somebody with MMA glove, you don't really feel your hands, and you don't feel the punch. But if you punch somebody with your bare hands, you will feel the punch. So you know if you win, you will win the fight because you will feel that punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at you in this video, and then I saw you when you came in this door. Dude, you're in great shape right now. You're in even better condition. How long ago was this?
That was in March.
March this year?
March this year.
Dude, you have been training hard since March of this year. So walk us through us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing to get ready for it.
I've been just really going to the beach, swimming, and then I went down to Guam, trained with Alex Castro. He was a bare knuckle fighter too. So, learned a little bit from him. He got like 4 fights in. And, go to Guam Muay Thai. They do Muay Thai with hands and legs. And basically just cardio. Just go to Peace Park, run my runs, and do my exercise.
Yeah, watching you in this fight here, I could see where cardio is an issue because that other dude looks kind of big, but he looks like he's gassing out pretty quick too.
Yes, we're both gassing out on that fight, but it's either who have the biggest heart will win the fight.
Oh, it looks like he kind of caught the ref on the side of the face on that one. Little uppercut there. So is this going to be, this fight that you've got coming up in California, is this going to be in the same place?
No, it's going to be in Aubrey, California. That one was in Fresno.
Wow, it looks like a great venue, and you got a good crowd there. A lot of folks getting involved. Like, how do you work your way up in the in the ranks in this kind of fighting?
My first fight in bare knuckle, they don't really know, that they don't really know me when I first started. So they put me in, third to the last. So when they saw me that fight, they're like, wow, because that guy was one of the top fighters they have.
Well, it looks like you got him, gashed him over the top of his head.
Yes.
So look at that guy's got like an iron dome up there. I mean, when you're landing your knuckles on someone's skull, that's a pretty solid hit that's not too happy. Sorry. People just trying to get a hold of you, man.
I know. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. Let's see if I can't. Well, I can't set it all the way down to 0, but we're okay. But how many rounds do you guys have in these fights?
That's a 2-minute a round.
Wow. Is it unlimited rounds or?
No, you go 5 rounds if championship, 3 rounds if undercard.
No kidding. So, and who introduced you to this bare knuckle stuff?
I've been looking at it for a while. I was been looking at BKFC for a while, and I just landed when I was in California. I just landed somebody who wanted opponent. Brandon Cash needed an opponent. I'm like, okay, like Kelvin is. I raised my hand. All right, I'm here. Wow. Get me on.
So now that they've seen you have a really good fight against this guy who's one of these top guys, and you're moving your way up, tell us about this fight that you have coming up.
Oh, the fight that that is coming up on October 18 in California in Mono Casino. I'll be giving Brad the link for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm fighting the promoter.
No way.
Yeah, the promoter. He's the one that's promoting the fight. I know you guys know him. He's LeVar Johnson. He fought Ken Shamrock thing. He won the championship.
Wow.
He fought Bellator. He fought UFC.
And you're going to be fighting him.
I'm fighting him. Yep.
Well, how do you stack up? I mean, have you got to meet the guy in person before?
Yeah, I met him. He saw me. And I think he sized me up, and he said, "I think I will fight him next." Yeah,
man. So when you're doing something like this, I know, like we've all watched like the MMA fights. So you got the weigh-ins and all that other stuff. Well, first of all, are there weigh-ins for any of this?
Yes, there's a weigh-ins.
And is there like a certain weight you have to meet? Is it in classes like that?
Yes, 265.
Wow. And so when I've seen them, people do the press conferences, they talk a little smack or whatever. Is that performance stuff, or do these guys really not like each other when they do these things?
Some don't like each other, but some is just, want to talk, and perform, and, it's just entertainment. It's an entertainment, so, you go at it and, bring it, because that's where you guys are gonna go, in the ring.
Man, and so you're gonna be doing this, and I've seen you fighting some big fellas. Is this guy that you're gonna be fighting one of your bigger opponents?
Yeah, he's 6'5", so.
Wow, how tall are you? You're
6'3".
So it's pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
That's gonna be going on in this. Oh man, and I'm just watching it. Just watching this. You guys look definitely tired. You guys gave everything so far in this fight. And how much time do you have in between the rounds like that?
1 minute.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Take a commercial. Play a highlight video. Give me a break before you go back in there. I'm watching them. So they're hitting you with a little bit of ice. Is that to help try to cool your core temperature down?
Yeah, trying to cool me down.
Man, dude. I'd say here's a question for you, only because we've got a sponsor who does this kind of stuff. The mouth guards that you guys are wearing, are those really fancy ones, or are those like the ones you just get at the store and you just throw them in hot water?
Oh, for this fight, I just went and bought a mouthpiece. I never tried like double mouthpiece, so I tried it on, and oh no, that was going to be my first and last.
Really?
Yeah, I can't breathe.
Man,
it's both up and bottom, and only the hole in the middle. I can't do that.
Oh man, you caught that dude there. I think whatever water he had in his mouth just went flying. And now jeez, he goes down again. Do they have like TKOs in this kind of thing too?
Yeah, that's a TKO right there. It's done.
Wow. Man.
He don't want to get up. So that's the thing about bare knuckle. If you don't get up, then you're done.
Yeah.
If you told the ref that you quit, you quit. It's not like MMA where, the ref have to see you really suffer.
Who's that guy in the ring with you there?
One of my cornermen, I just got him. He was one of my coworkers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's great. But look at that, some good sportsmanship right there. You guys give some respect to the other guys who are in the ring with you. That's got to count for something. Like just even getting in the ring is something. Wow, man. There he is. All right, so what happens with this fight? Is there like a title for any of these things, or how does this work? All right, cool. Is there a title for these things?
Which one?
Like for this bare knuckle stuff?
Yeah, the fight that's coming up, there's going to be a title fight.
Wow.
With 145. So I've been asking them to make this a title fight for me and him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, because they saw me fight. They're like, man, if this guy's gonna come and just take the belt, it's gonna be hard for us to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So tell us about training in Guam. How that's been going?
It's been good. I wake up in the morning, do my runs, and in the afternoon go to Alex Custer's gym and put in some work in there, and had some sparring for a while. Sparred Alex, sparred a couple of guys. It's like every Friday we got a sparring session going on. It's pretty good. I really love it, and right now, like, I don't really have like anybody to shout out to, because I'm pretty much really looking for some sponsors and see who's willing to jump on the board with me and go to Cali.
Yeah, hey, this is not a cheap sport.
I know.
You've been working on this for a long time. You're not just somebody who just popped up out of the blue and doing this for the first time. You've been fighting for a long time now. I mean, it's been like, what, 14 years maybe?
Yeah, like 17. I got like 30 some fights. Got 18 and 15. And,
So you're experienced, and you've been sticking with it, getting trained, getting ready, and now it's not easy, but you're doing it. You're putting in the work. You're looking for some help from some folks. You know,
Yes.
who can sponsor? So like what can somebody do like to sponsor you? Like how do they reach out to you and all that?
They can go on, on my Facebook and send me a message, and stuff like that, and
Well, we got to give people your Facebook link. Is it what is it? Just Kelvin Fittiel?
Yeah,
or the
Kelvin
big hit?
Fittiel, yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can find it right now. This one right here, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's open it up, and we'll send it to people so that they can actually see it. We'll put it in the comments for you guys right now. Hold on. Oh, yeah, Caleb's like, hey, how much do they make when you do this kind of stuff? $1 million. $1 million per fight if you want to get the big hit. But I'm sure it's different for each fight, with each promoter, with each thing. Like, it's all different, right?
Yes,
That kind of stuff.
yeah. I have my stuff about promoting, because I need some sponsors. I can put it on my shorts, my shirt.
That's a big thing. I was just going to ask you that. How does that work? So it's about being able to put on logos on stuff. Like we saw that other guy that you were just fighting.
Yeah.
And he had all kinds of logos on his stuff.
Yeah.
So you need that for your stuff, and you want to rep some local folks here.
Yes.
All right. So we put your link in there in the comment section for your Facebook, so that people can find you that way. And you're getting some folks reaching out saying, hey, PJ Victoria says, hey, Half a Day Kel. JJ Seven said, hey, man, nowhere to go but up on this one. People are happy. They're looking forward to you for kicking some butt out there, and hoping that things work out for you, man. And I do, too, because I think it's great. So October 18th?
October 18th.
When do you head out that way?
I head out October 13th.
So to give you a few days to kind of settle in a little bit?
Yeah, I need to acclimate with the weather and the time.
Oh, man, that time is a killer.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more the tougher it is for me to adjust to all that stuff. So, I mean, you've been fighting for a long time, man. You've seen a lot of stuff. You've seen a lot of people. Like, some people might be faster. Some people might have more power.
Yeah.
And the blend. How long does it take when you get in the ring with somebody to kind of figure out what they got?
It's from the weigh-ins.
Really? From the weigh-ins?
Straight from the weigh-ins.
All right. Can you tell me about that a little bit?
It's secret.
Oh, okay. It's secret. All right. Cool. When you get into the ring with somebody, do you ever get surprised by these guys? Do you ever see stuff that you weren't expecting, or?
Yeah, I see stuff that I wasn't expecting, but you always have to be ready with anything that they throw you,
Yeah, and how about that? Was it Mike Tyson? Like, everyone's got a plan till you get punched in the mouth, or something?
Yes, yes.
Have you gone into those fights and like had to change your strategy like during the fight?
No, because when you do the first fight, that's when you feel it. When you get punched once, and then you're like, oh, okay. But all my training has been just getting punched in the mouth and getting ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great training.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I'm doing this. But man, I admire you getting in there too, because I've seen you in some fights where it was a tough fight, right? But I saw you rally. You don't normally have to rally because you're just a killer in the ring. You just win. But I've seen you rally, like taking some hits, and I thought maybe, I'm like, oh man, this might not be it. And dude, when you were talking about earlier about the heart,
yes,
you just see that heart come out and wherever it was, and it powered you through to get these big wins. And I could see it, when you raise your hands up and all that stuff. It's exciting.
It's all about heart, and it's all about passion. If you really love fighting, this is work. They keep asking me, when are you gonna retire? When are you gonna retire? So I looked at my body. I came back. And I was like, man, maybe it's time to retire. I'm already like 42. It's time to retire. Then when I start working out, I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. Not yet. My body's still working. My heart is still working. My mind is still working. So it's all your body, heart, and mind. That's how you know if you're done already.
So you think you ever go back to MMA stuff, or you really are into this bare knuckle stuff now?
I can still switch off with MMA. You know, give or take. You know, I'll go MMA and bare knuckle.
You know, I saw Cookie, the last few events that he's had been more like a lot of kickboxing stuff.
Yes.
And that Muay Thai and all that stuff. What do you think about that? Are you into any of that?
I'll take anything.
Nice.
You know, I'm pretty. I love adrenaline. You know, it's just always contact. That's just me. You know, and it's my passion fighting ever since when I was growing up, and finally I found it, and it really changed my life. Fighting really changed my life.
Wow. So you primarily live here?
I primarily live here, and I live in Guam too. So both. So I'm representing right now the Marianas, Guam and Saipan.
Dude, you know what we need to do?
Yeah, we need to link up. We're two beautiful islands. So why don't we link up and do it? Like I always tell all the fighters from Guam and all the fighters from Saipan, we're all as one. We're all one team. We're islanders. Let's all fight together and fight. China, Hong Kong, Philippines, Korea. Because I've been there, and it's really a big place. Korea, China, and there we go. They announced Northern Marianas Island, like the smallest. They're like, where is that? Where's that located? And that's what I love about fighting too, because I pretty much make people know where we're from. And that's why I do that, to put us on the map.
Yeah, you get to be an ambassador for the Commonwealth.
Yes.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, you're a warrior for our tourism. For for people to recognize us, and in the ring. And you're just a good dude, man. I'm glad I got to know you over the years and all that.
Yeah.
If you ever want to do something terrible and join us and play soccer, man, that's the unknown. I've seen you crush it in basketball.
I play soccer. We're Saipan United. We won the championship for C.
Yeah, but they're not playing. You should play for us this year. After your fight, when you come back, you can play with our squad.
What's your squad?
We're Pyrie.
Oh, Pyrie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You already got the right colors for the hat. You're good to go. Pyrie guys. We are looking for players, man.
Oh, for real.
But don't do it before your fight. That's not the right training for you.
No, that's the right training. That's a lot of cardio. Yeah. So before I fought in Australia, I was playing soccer.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the big hit will be the big kick. You come out there.
I did my first goal in my first year.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, hey, there's no Saipan United team anymore. So,
I know.
So you're a free agent.
I know. I'm a free agent right now.
I'm not going to get in trouble for poaching you.
Yeah.
You got to play with us. You'll love the guys. A bunch of good dudes.
Oh, nice.
All right. Man, so October 18th, it's going to be in California. You're going to be going against the promoter. What's his name again?
LeVar Johnson.
LeVar Johnson. Man, that's going to be a big... Hold on. Is it Lavar or...
Yeah, Lavar.
And he fought some big names you mentioned.
Yes, he did.
Hold on, let me just pull him up here real quick.
Yeah.
That's the guy?
Yeah.
That is not a small guy.
Yeah.
Well, you're not a small guy either. Just picking him up on Wikipedia. Is that like a current picture?
Yeah, that's a current picture.
Well, is he? So he's older, but not that much older.
Yeah.
He's just a couple years older than you are, and he's the one who's promoting the fight and everything like that. Let's see. I'm pulling up his Wikipedia just to see a little bit like his fight history and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, he's been in everything, everywhere. So, hey, this says he's 6'3". They might be wrong, but they're saying he's 6'3". And man, okay, so he's got a pretty good reach and everything like that, out of Fresno. And let's see some of these guys. His coach nicknamed, attending there, where a coach nicknamed him Black Superman. Okay, so still Superman. He was World Extreme Cage Fighting, Strike Force, UFC, Bellator, Valor Bare Knuckle, and Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. This guy's been fighting everywhere. And, man, this is going to be a big deal. He's got 28 matches. You got 30, you said, right?
Yeah, I got 35.
So 35. So you guys have this is going to be a good fight. Like, this is going to be a fight to see. And we're looking forward to seeing it too. But hey, you need some help to get there from some sponsors. So the link is there in the comments. If you guys have any questions, you want to reach out to Kelvin, you can get them that way. And if anybody messages us in the comments or directly, we'll send them your way too to make sure we can get them.
Yeah.
So you got to get there. They got to put you up. They got to get you fed. They got to transport you, all that other kind of stuff. So, and if you do team up and sponsor, you're going to get your logo on your fight gear and everything like that.
Yes, and the banner.
And a banner.
Yeah.
Oh, for the event.
No, the banner for me.
Oh, like when you're walking out?
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Do you already have your walkout song? Do you have that planned?
My walkout tee will be going up to Alex's page. I'll be posting it on his online. You can you can get it online. We can ship it out to you wherever you at. So,
Alex, what's
Alex Castro, most hated.
That's on. He's got a website.
Yes.
Okay. 1 second. Just to see if I can find it real quick. Of course, all the YouTube stuff pops up from all the fights that he's had and all that other stuff. But we'll try to get that out there if I can find his actual page. But I could see his.
I can send you the page.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be cool, man. It's been great catching up with you and finding out about this stuff, and we're gonna follow it. And I can't wait to watch it. And wish you the best of luck, man, because you're representing all of us out here when you get in that ring.
Yeah. And I went to Guam, and I met up with my other family because I'm half Pohnpeian. Wow. So I did Pohnpeian games out there. So I did softball, basketball, yeah. So, man, I'm representing the Islanders. That's what I'm telling everybody that whoever is Islander, I'm there. I'm representing you guys. So we're going it.
Go out there and win, man. We're gonna be cheering for you. Hopefully you'll be able to hear us all the way, but we'll be watching you too. It's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be a good fight. I've been training hard. I know my limit. I know what I can do. So I'm coming there with a good mind and good mindset and good game plan.
Nice. Do you ever look past? You can't look past the fight that you've got, right? You can't think about what's next. You just got to be thinking about who you're going to be fighting next. That's it.
Yeah, you have to one fight at a time. But I know after this I have more fight coming. But right now this is what's the roadblock, and this is the hurdle. So one fight at a time, always, so you can have your game plan ready. And
hey, one more question before we go. Bruce says, how do I watch the fight live?
I'll send you the link.
All right, there you go, Bruce. We'll get you the link. How much time do you give yourself in between those fights? It's not like you fight, like if tomorrow was the fight, like how long before you're going to go fight again? Does it depend on how you feel afterwards?
Yes, for me, it depends on how I feel afterward and how damaged I am. I've been fighting for almost 17 years. I tried fighting like today, and then next week I fly out again and fight if ever I'm not really damaged.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I always go in there and fight from the heart and fight for the people. So that's what I always do.
Great. Well, we're going to be watching for you and cheering for you. All right. Any shout outs before you go?
I want to shout out to, Marianas Press, Brad Rosala for, calling me and bringing me in. And I want to shout out to Alex for being there, as a mentor, as, a bare knuckle pioneer. And I want to shout out to Guam Mutai. I want to shout out to, everybody from Saipan. I want to shout out to, Cookie, because he's still, bringing the MMA stuff, here in the island. And I want to shout out to, my mom, that's always believing in me, and she's up in heaven and stuff like that. And yeah, shout out to everybody and all the, donation and all the sponsorship that I can get.
Well, we hope you get a lot of it.
Yeah, the last fight I didn't have anybody, so so I just walked in like I always do. I go in and fight the battle, and fight with heart. Because the last fight, that guy said that he was gonna knock me out in 5 to 20 seconds, and I was like, oh, okay, love it.
How's it feel down there on the mat? Thanks.
Yeah, he said we're gonna drink after this, so no hard feelings. I was like, okay, wow, I like this guy. Yeah, So afterwards, I went over there and I tapped his shoulder, and he's holding his head. Hey, so what, we're gonna go drink? He's like, man, hold on, Kel, because I'm waiting for the ambulance to come. I'm like, ooh.
Wow.
I'm like, man, I hope you get better and stuff, and I hope we meet up again, and I think we're gonna meet up again.
Yeah.
When we head out there, because he's part of the bare knuckle organization. So, I love all my opponents. They're all friends. Afterwards we make friends and stuff like that. So that's what I love about fighting. It's you meet all kinds of people with different kinds of flaws and everything, and you learn from it. And like I said, fighting always give you discipline. Mm-hmm. You get out there and you train your hardest, and it will show when you go in the ring. What did you put out?
You can't fake that.
Yeah, what did you put out, and how big is your heart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't really train heart, can you? I mean, like, how do you?
The bare knuckle, yeah, they've been asking me, how do you train for bare knuckle? I'm like, I don't even know how to train for bare knuckle. It's either you or him. Mm-hmm. That's what I always tell them. Yeah. If you get knocked out, you get back up. If you don't get back up, there's always tomorrow.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That could be for anything in life.
Yep.
That's great. All right. Hey. All right. Well, hey, we're going to wrap up. We're going to be going down to Crown for some, there's a military meeting thing that we're going to hit to. So I want to say thanks so much for coming on the show today. It was great, man.
No problem. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah, well, I hope that we get to talk to you again afterwards to hear about how you did. I got a call coming in from Tinny, and I don't know if see if I can't take it real fast. Alpha Days on Tiro, thanks for calling the show. Who's this? Oh, Dave, I don't know why the Bluetooth did not pick up on this. Hold on one second. I am dealing with trying to figure out this cool new phone that we got, and it's supposed to be on the board. Wait, what? It's a problem for me. I'm doing a show. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get you.
I think you can get that out of Google and go step by step by it. I mean, like a human being created that phone, so it should be smarter. Just as a smartphone, it needs to be operated.
It is a smartphone, but it needs a smart person to operate it. That's my problem, Dave. Hey, real quick, what do you got on our way out of here?
Oh, well, I would just like to shout out to Kevin Fitzgerald there, and you just gotta climatize when you go to other countries, and gotta work out, and stamina is the key. The last fight I saw you was in Kentucky, I think, somewhere in the South. And that didn't last very long, But, good luck, man.
All right, thank you.
Good luck for the fight.
Hey, he couldn't really hear you because I didn't have the real speaker up, but I was giving him an update of what you were saying. He said thanks for your well wishes and everything. All right.
Yeah.
I know.
Not a problem.
I can hear that you're listening.
Anyways,
on the
man,
speaker.
long story short, can we touch base a little bit about DPL, how they handle?
Yeah, but we can, but we got to do it tomorrow because I got to leave the show early today because I got to get down to the stakeholders meeting. There's a military thing going on, so can we talk about it tomorrow morning?
All right, tomorrow morning it is. Not a problem. Please take care. It's a beautiful day. Good morning, Marianas. Stay safe.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for the call. All right. So that's David Evangelista over there in Teenan giving us a ring. So thanks so much for that. All right. So so that's what we got for today, man. It's been great having you on. Great. I can't wait to watch you fight. Wish you the best of luck. And, hey, if you're watching, he needs sponsors, and he still has availability. You can be one of his sponsors and have your logo on his gear, on his trunks, on his tee, on the banner as he's walking out and everything. Just reach out to him. The link to his social media channel is in our Facebook comments, and you could be in there and help one of our local guys who's going to fight off there in the mainland. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
All right, we'll see you on the soccer field. All right. All right.
Pyrie.
That's right. All right, folks, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to have, we're not going to come back. We're going to take a real quick break and head over. But we are going to have a live interview with Admiral Midas from Joint Region Marianas later this afternoon. You don't want to miss it. See you in a bit.
All right, boys, you guys ready to see who got the longest bush?
Yeah, I got this. Let's go.
All right, boys, let's go.
All right, boys, ready? 3, 2, 1, bush!